Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by KIRK.
What's up?
We're continuing on with House of the Dragon, Episode 8. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKOAY, or become a member of this channel so you can watch the whole thing with us, no cuts or interruptions, but you will need your own HBO Max subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it'll be like you're watching with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
He led his sailors into an ambush, the ship made to look as if it were abandoned. In the fighting, his neck was slashed by a courser's dagger.
Oh.
Who will take the Driftwood throne?
My grandmother seems quite comfortable here.
On his death, the seat passes.
To Viserys Velaryon, as is my lord husband's desire.
I am the sea snake's own blood, the closest kin he has left.
Be careful, good brother.
By a man whose ambition has brought down on us calamity after calamity. My brother cares only for the history books.
He's not wrong.
Of the Velaryon line, is it to be snuffed out? Supplanted by the pups of House Strong? Driftmark is mine, by all rights. And while I should like your support, I do not need it.
Wow.
Okay, sir.
The crown has good reason to take my side.
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
But it's not a king who sits the Iron Throne these days, good sister. It's a queen.
Oh, Alicent. What is that?
It's related to dragons.
Oh, yeah. It's Daemon. Wow.
Meister Kesimadas, Sir Masters and Driftmark, Abrasma Bela.
He just abandoned his kids.
She believes we had her son killed so that we might marry.
Yes, and yet she's taken Bela to ward.
Yes, it's Lena's memory she honors. She has no love for us.
Yeah.
Has the Viper's venom spread so far?
Those vipers rule in my father's name. And my father, what choice do I have?
We still don't know about the dad.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was like,
I did have the thought,
is she pregos?
but I was afraid to say it.
Or not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
Didn't want to be rude.
It's at that like weird stage where
Just-
you're like, I don't know if you just had a burrito or if that's a baby.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, so they're gonna have a real like a proper pure
Offspring,
bloodline
yeah.
Targaryen. Yeah.
Welcome back, princess.
I feel like there's bad news.
Well, it's obviously going to be related to the pops, right?
Yeah, I think so.
A matter has arisen that requires your attention.
Whatever it is, Sir Eric, you need to wait.
It's about the prince. There's been a delicate situation in his apartments.
Oh gosh. Oh, how's her dad going to look now?
Last time he was missing an arm. You didn't catch that? I'm pretty sure
Really?
he was. I think he was, yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Now I'm scared that I'm misremembering.
Oh, look at him. Oh my god. He's like a skeleton.
It's me, my king. Rhaenyra, I'm here with Daemon.
God, it's heartbreaking to see him like this.
Father, there's someone we wish to introduce you to.
Who is that?
This is Aegon,
Aegon.
and this is Viserys.
Oh.
Her mighty.
This?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Are they poisoning him, do you think? Or is he just old? Yes, Daemon, sus.
He figured it out?
We've been suspecting them of poisoning the king for a long time, like ever since episode 2.
I understand you found yourself in some trouble.
I was fetching the prince's wine, and I put it on his table. I asked him to stop. Your Grace, truly, you must believe me.
Thank you for telling me, Diana.
What's she gonna do?
You might think you were trying to besmirch the prince, or worse. You know what happens to girls like that.
I wasn't doing anything another word to anyone. Your Grace, I swear on my life.
I know you won't.
Because...
For your troubles.
Wow. I'm surprised she let her live.
I know. I thought she was gonna kill her.
The tea, Your Grace.
Oh, what?
The Schmushmortion tea. Or is it a death tea?
Some kind of thing.
It's best to be certain.
Oh, it's a... Yeah.
Yeah. Drink it down, dear girl.
If they sold the day after, in like a little shake you can get at CVS.
You mean the morning after?
What did I say?
The day after.
Oh yeah, the morning
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
Princess Rhaenyra, it's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence. Rhaenyra, if you would see him without it, almost blind with suffering.
And I have no doubt it was an act of the purest mercy, but tell me, for the king's suffering, did the maesters also prescribe the removal of Targaryen heraldry and the installation in its stead of various statues and stars?
The emblems of the Seven serve only to guide us on an uncertain path, to remind us of a higher authority.
And on the morrow, which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That would be mine. But be assured the father is just and commands me to forget the accusations you have held in this room today.
Wow.
Yeah, I noticed the stars. I was like, wait a second. He's leveled up, huh?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He's all grown up.
Yeah. And the eye patch. Dang, son, you better watch out. Oh, here they come. Not gonna lie, Aemond freaks me out a little bit.
Hold your nerve, my queen. What we do for the good of the realm. Will you want a child at the command of the greatest fleet in Westeros?
The next Lord of the Tides will be deeply in your debt, Your Grace, as will Driftmark.
Some interesting shots going
Yeah.
on. I'm wondering what it's symbolizing.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is it? Is it like that she's stuck between two sides?
I wondered for many an hour what your purpose was. You intend to advocate for yourself. This is no fair proceeding. It is a trap. Set by the Queen in the hand, I'd wager, to proclaim my son illegitimate.
Yet you did worse than that with Laenor.
I did not order his death.
That's true.
I'll make you an offer. Back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Laena's children to mine.
A generous offer, or a desperate one.
What does it matter?
Tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow. They force you to your knees, and I must stand alone.
Man.
Not like she can also tell her, like, oh, by the way, your son is still alive.
She can't get nobody to marry her kids.
I know. And no wonder she keeps popping them out. She's like, maybe this one will work.
You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. By naming me heir, you divided the realm.
My only child.
If you wish me to bear it, then defend me.
This dude deserves an Emmy. Like,
Yeah.
him going through this transformation of decay.
Yeah.
I want to have supper, Otto. It is the morning, Your Grace.
Tonight, all of my family are gathered at the Red Keep. I want us to dine together.
Is he still drinking that stuff?
Milk of the poppy is kind of like their version of opium, right? It's like
Just drugging him up?
painkiller.
Gotcha.
The history of our noble houses extends beyond the Seven Kingdoms to the days of old Valyria. I have spent my entire life on Driftmark defending my brother's seat. I am Lord Corlys' closest kin, his own blood. The true, unimpeachable blood of House Velaryon runs through my veins.
If you cared so much about your house's blood, Sir Vaymond, you would not be so bold as to supplant its rightful heir. No, you only speak for yourself and for your own ambition.
You'll have chance to make your own petition, Princess Rhaenyra. Do Sir Vaymond the courtesy of allowing his to be heard.
She's not wrong.
I know.
Princess Rhaenyra, You may now speak for your son, Viserys Velaryon.
If I am to grace this fast with some answer, I will start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this...
Who the heck?
Her dad? Yeah.
Wow.
King Viserys of House Targaryen, the first of his name.
That's right.
King of the Andals, and the Rhoynar, and the first men.
Get off the throne,
He came to back her up.
Yeah.
I got my daughter's back.
Hell yeah. Come on, Daddy. Yep. Wow. That's
Dang, this...
interesting faceplate. Oh, it's painful. Come on,
It's like
you
Phantom
can
of the
do
Opera,
it.
huh?
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Got your back, dear.
Yeah, come on. Hopefully, I hope it doesn't turn into like a surprise, like...
I said I'm fine.
Oh. Much as I hate him, that was a good moment.
Yeah.
I do not understand why petitions are being heard over a settled succession. The only one present who might offer keener insight into Lord Corlys's wishes is the Princess Rhaenys.
Indeed, Your Grace.
What are you gonna do?
It was ever my husband's will that Driftmark pass through Selenor to his true-born son. A proposal to which I heartily agree.
The matter is settled.
It's so mute.
That you dare tell me who deserves to inherit the name Velaryon. I will not allow it.
Allow it. Do not forget yourself, Paimon.
Yeah.
Viserys is my true-born grandson.
You may run your house as you see fit, but you will not decide the future of mine. You will not see it ended on the account of this. Say it.
Treason! Say it!
Her children are bastards! And she is a...
Oh. Okay. What are you gonna do now? Dead.
Will have your tongue for that.
Oh! Shit!
Oh!
That's Valyrian steel for
He
ya.
can keep his tongue.
Dang, Damon. Oh my gosh, he's got a new hero.
I cannot believe that.
Call the maesters!
I do.
Father?
Please, my love, you must take something for the pain.
I will not close my mind. I must put things right.
I mean, I knew he was in trouble, but damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
No, but that gave him a good reason to do it. That's why he was like, say it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
You do not drink enough. You drink more than a Bravosi Seymour. I drink just...
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
How good it is to see you all tonight.
Prayer before we begin. May the smith mend the bonds that have been broken for far too long. And to Vaemon Velaryon, may the gods give him rest.
Damon's always fun.
You've grown so distant from each other in the years past.
Oh boy. Oh,
Whoa.
Ooh.
The crown cannot stand strong if the House of the Dragon remains divided. But set aside your grievances, and for the sake of this old man who loves you all so dearly.
No one's gonna listen to him, though.
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen.
Wow.
I love my father, but I must admit that no one has stood more loyally by his side than his good wife. And for that, she has my gratitude and my apology.
What you gonna say, Queen?
Yeah, what are you gonna say,
Gonna
Alison?
say, come back with something strong.
Yeah, come on. Ball's in your court.
We're both mothers. We have more in common than we sometimes allow. I raise my cup to you and to your house. You will make a fine queen.
Wow.
Whoa.
How long is this gonna last? Is this serious? Is this real?
Also, you can use the tennis court. Perks. All about the perks.
What is he scheming about, that Otto Hightower?
I regret the disappointment you're soon to suffer. But if you ever wish to know what it is to be well satisfied,
Why
Ew.
would
Punch him in the balls.
Chase.
Why would you ruin a moment like that, dude?
I know.
Prince Aemond, we have not seen each other in years, but I have fond memories of our shared youth. And as men, I hope we may yet be friends and allies. To you and your family's good health. To you as well.
Leave him alone.
This dude looks like a video game character from the 80s. That's not gonna create a problem. Okay. Dude looks like a real badass with that eye patch and the scar.
Yeah, he really does. Oh my god, is he gonna die?
It's a good time to go. While everything looks peaceful.
Yeah. Don't take him away.
Let us drain our cups to these 3 strong boys. I dare you to say that again. Why? It was only a compliment. Do you not think yourself strong?
Whoa. Oh. Did you see him training in the yard?
I was merely expressing how proud I am of my family, Mother. Though it seems my nephews aren't quite as proud of theirs. Wait!
Go to your quarters. All of you go, now.
Grown-ups are talking.
Oh, there's a fight coming.
Let me see the children home. I'll, return on Dragonback.
The king and I would both like that.
Hug.
Yeah.
Just hug it out. Oh, come on. That's the symbol. It's when they first reconnected. She held her arm.
Oh.
When she was complaining about like what it's like to be, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what?
Hey, lady, what's up?
Thought she was out of the show.
She owns the business now. Or she's a spy master or something.
The prince.
Prince Aegon.
To unite the realm against the cold. And the dark. It is you. You are the one. You must do this.
Don't go giving her some weird information when you're high.
I don't fully understand what he conveyed to her.
But I don't know if he realized that he was talking to her or like who he thought he was talking to. But I think she's going to take it as like a personal mission from the king now.
I understand, my king.
Because he's talking about the prince that was promised, right? That's
Oh, it's the
something
blade.
way further down the line that's connected to Game of Thrones, right? What'd he say? Dang. I don't know what he said. Did you hear what he said?
Valhalla? I don't know. Valover? Can you just clarify the prophecy that he was conveying to her for me? Because I was just like, it went over my head a little bit.
It's to do with Game of Thrones, like the whole thing.
With the blade. It's on the blade, isn't it?
Well, it's on the blade, right?
Yeah.
Because it's to do with the Song of Ice and Fire. There is a threat coming from the north, which are the White Walkers. That's the secret that they're holding on to with their family, that the thing that they have to protect.
Right. What does she think is going on?
She thinks that he is talking about their sons. Aegon was also the first king of Westeros, right? From the Targaryen line. There's a misunderstanding there, and if everything goes according to his plan, as he says, then obviously succession is going to fall to Rhaenyra. But he's talking about a prince, so she's misunderstanding that it's to do with their sons, and that like now she must take it upon herself to make sure that their son becomes king.
Gotcha.
This episode was, wow. Paddy Considine was killing it with the acting. He made me cry so much.
I think he deserves an Emmy. For sure.
I am not okay after that.
Yeah.
We spent so long with his character, and like you said, he's done a really good job of portraying him at all different stages of his life. I don't think it's easy to play an invalid like that. Like when you're not actually that old, to play someone who is that old and basically on death's door is very difficult. I couldn't help but feel for him because ultimately all he cares about is family, and he's just a man who's like, I just want my family to get along, especially at the end when he had that dinner that he wanted with everyone there. I was so moved.
It's a pipe dream, you know? It's not going to happen. He really wanted that, and for the fleeting moment, everything was at peace at that table.
It was beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, just for that fleeting moment, it was picturesque in a way. And then the moment they took him away, they were back to fighting again.
Yeah.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, before they even took him away, there was still conflict.
I kind of love how ultimately it is a story about family and family drama, but it's just set in this very epic setting, you know?
Yeah.
It's with kings and princes and queens and whatnot, but ultimately it is just family beef.
I'm so used to so much more violence from Game of Thrones, and I'm sure more is to come. The way they structured this is actually very smart. It front-ended with the first episode with just a huge dose of violence and just graphic stuff.
Yeah.
It honestly turned me off, but it sets the tone for what's to come. But like you keep thinking that's going to come with every episode because they did that in episode 1. But most of this has been drama and interpersonal stuff going on, you know, and politics. And so every now and again, you do have violence, and because they're using it more sparingly, I think it's way more effective.
Yeah, it's very impactful.
You know, because like when you do it all the time, then it has no meaning and you're desensitized. When you do it to effect, like they did here, it's like, whoa, it really like shakes you up and you feel something.
Everything was in line with the theme of this episode, which, I mean, maybe it's an overarching theme of the season or the show as well, which is just family, right? Because I think his name is Vaemon, the brother of Corlys. His whole thing was, I want to keep Driftmark within Velaryon line, right?
Yeah.
And he's all like, they're not family by blood.
Right.
And it's all the politics of that. The question of, okay, well, like what makes us family? And it's all very real because, you know, you see this stuff playing out all the time with inheritance and stuff. It's like, no, you can't inherit this because you're not related to us by blood or whatever.
Right.
It's so complicated, and that's why it's so interesting, and the way that they played it out where you're uncertain as to where the coin is gonna land, you know? It's like, is Rhaenys gonna side with Rhaenyra and her sons, or is Viserys gonna come and support his daughter? Who's gonna say what? It's so tense and gripping, and it's just so exciting.
This episode really gave us a chance to just be with them.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't a lot going on. Just like the other episode before this, I think. You know, there wasn't a heck of a lot going on. It's more of just like grief.
And
dealing with...
And it's the underlying tensions that are
too.
happening at the same time.
Yeah. I like that. I like that sort of slow building of suspense where it's what's not being said as well.
Well, they do a really good job of that with all of the little cutaways to people's faces of their looks and their expressions.
Yeah.
And I will say, I really appreciate the casting on this show because, you know, we have the older versions of the kids now, and right away, Aemond looks just so interesting, right? With his eye patch and his perpetual sneer.
Very intimidating.
Very intimidating. And like, he didn't say much in this episode, but when he did, it was definitely impactful. And like his like you can tell a lot about his character from what they've just shown. You
Really
know?
good casting.
Yeah.
Really good makeup job. Really good
Yeah.
prosthetics and all that stuff.
VFX as well.
All of that. I mean, he looks the part. Like,
Yeah.
you saw him and you just knew who this dude was right away. Because he was kind of bullied when he was a kid. I mean, he was given the pig with the wings on it, right?
Yeah, and that's why when the pig came in front of him, the
Oh,
one
okay. I
was
didn't make that
snickering.
connection.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't make that
Yeah,
connection.
and then he got mad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, he had a right to get mad. He saw where they were snickering.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just and his acting's on point too. It's just like he's not saying much, like you said, but he still is speaking without words.
Yeah.
Just through his movement and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's great.
And even Aegon as well, there were moments when they were kind of showing his reactions. And I was like, yes, this guy gets the assignment. He knows the character of that kind of, you know, like that sneery asshole guy, the one who... He's just slimy and gross. And just even just the way he was looking when he was just hanging out in the corner, I was like, yeah, that's Aegon.
And the bastard children. Good actors there. The good young talent there.
Yeah,
who are
really good.
You see the ambition in their eyes. They're doing a really good job of conveying that and conveying the frustration of having this burden of having, you know, being questioned. You know, whether or not you're legitimate or not, your entire life.
Yeah.
That being thrown in your face all the time with looks, with that it's something understated. They are conveying all of that really, really well. I think.
It's hard. I think it's hard to be in that situation because then, you know, you really do have to prove yourself 10 times more than your other family members who everyone believes are legitimate.
Do you think Alicent is going to kill Rhaenyra? Because Rhaenyra said she's going to come back.
We assumed when the young girl was telling her about what happened between her and Aegon, right? We were scared because we thought that Alicent would have her killed. Till date, while her crazy follower, Sir Larys, right? While he did the murdering in her name on her behalf, she never actually ordered anyone to be murdered, and she was quite aghast by the idea that he had done that. And so
she's also the one that stabbed Rhaenyra in the arm.
Right. And so, yeah, I can see why we would think that for the progression of her character up till now, that maybe she would be someone who would be more ruthless. I don't feel like she would try and kill Rhaenyra, but whatever Viserys said to her really affected her because before that moment, she was all like besties. She was like really chummy with Rhaenyra.
It's again, it's almost like poetry. It's like there's this moment of like, oh, it could be peaceful. And then, nope, it's back to conflict.
To crazy.
Yeah. But anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction and discussion. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Bell icon, all notifications, vote this up, please. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. If you're watching this on Patreon or memberships, thanks so much for supporting us here. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.